this video's purpose. For I think it was 72 hours now, the Alternator, one wire, 100 amp, Tuff-Stuff, if I'm not mistaken, the brand. It's 10 years old. I've had it for a decade already. I've been hearing squeaky, 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 lightly, very lightly. Anyway, so moving forward, that squeaky for 72 hours is the actual bolt or stud in back of the alternator broke. I went to tighten it. I've been checking for 72 hours. Today was the first time. I was about to get ready to pick up my baby girl from college. And the thing is, something told me, that's how I am. All right. So obsessive compulsive. Something said, Chris, check that wire, bolt screw on the back of the alternator again to make sure it's not loose. So a few moments ago, I said, oh, wow, great. It's actually loose now. So going to make an attempt to tighten it, I turned it once and it basically spun, freely spun, and then it just dropped right off. And it wasn't me. I didn't even get to tighten this turbo, Steve. Where is this thing? This is my new phone. All right, that's the best. I'm going to let it focus. It's just a broken stud. Goes in the back of the one-wire alternator. This is a 100 amp alternator. I'm going to actually get a 140 amp Tuff-Stuff one-wire alternator in a couple of days. I mean, it should be here. Sorry, it should be here in a couple of days at my house and on the car in a couple of days. And it's 12.5 volts, just basically almost 12 volts. So the alternator, I feel, was taking a toll on the battery. What I'm going to do right now is make an attempt at starting the car. This is the best. I mean, you have to understand, it's one or two hairs of thread on this. That's how much actually broke off. So I got it to turn one, not even one complete turn, like one half of a turn. So I'm going to make an attempt at starting the motor now, see what happens, and see what this reading says with the motor running, if it starts and does not tremble and shake off because of the cam. So let's see what's going on. And I prayed to God honestly for 3 days, begging God, please don't let this car stall me out anywhere, leave me stranded, even though I have complete roadside assistance service, flatbed truck. And I was actually driving for the past 3 days with my battery booster. It's not an actual charger. Thanks again, Mr. Alan, Bruno D's buddy Alan. So anyway, again, this purpose of this video, just to show that, as I show everything else that goes wrong, I keep it 100% real. I'm gonna see if the motor starts. Fuel pumps on. The whole issue is ignition at this point. So I'm just going through the steps. And that noise, again, to new subscribers, that's the crane cams, comp cams electric vacuum pump. That's what gives my power brakes with the assistance of this vacuum, so I can stop the car. And that's again due to the TA290 08H camshaft, TA Performance. And for my stage 2, all right, that's the final decision. For my stage 2 482 cubic inch big block new motor that Mr. Jim Weiss, Tri-Shield Performance, is going to build for me. That stage 2 motor is going to have the same TA290 08H camshaft in it that this has. I like the way that cam sounds, I like the way it revs, etc. So I'm going to stick with that. And I also have the Jim Weiss, what is that, 9.5 inch. I just want to see if the motors start and run with the alternator wire just connected lightly like that. I'm really excited and rushing through. But Mr. Jim Weiss 9.5 inch, 3,000 to 3,200 stall converter, fixed pitch converter. I have that already in the tranny. Then I'm going to have his 482 cubic inch big block stroker motor, and I should be set. And I'm going to keep these 342 gears. We were talking about this on Facebook at All Buick, if I'm saying it correctly. Forgive me, Eric, my buddy Eric, if I'm, stating the name wrong. All Buick 400, 430, and 455 All Performance page on Facebook by Mr. Alan. By Mr. Eric Albino. And Alan, back to him again, I went and saw Bruno, as you guys saw in the prior video, and I was thinking about Alan. I never actually got to meet Alan face to face. That would have been cool. But anyway, he's my friend on Facebook, wonderful guy, and you ought to see his Buick wagon. It looks immaculate. So anyway, moving forward. Cut that off. Oh, new subscribers also. My electric fuel pump relay and fuse box I fabricated myself and wired myself. So that's what that noise is. I like it. Electric fuel pump underneath. Carter, 110 gallon per hour. I'm so sorry. Mr. Evans, don't laugh at my floor carpeting. That's gonna be soon. I'm not a cosmetic type guy. So anyway, here we go. See if the MSD box. See the voltage. See that? You hear that? I'm gonna wait till the pump stops. There's a lot of sounds going on over here. There it is. You hear that lightly tick, 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 metallic tick? I didn't want to risk driving this come loose, break completely off, and I'm stranded with my baby girl. I would not have that happen, no way. So thank God, so far so good. I just wanted to update you guys with that. And I'm looking very forward to my Jim Weiss 482 cubic inch big block Buick stroker motor. See something here. I'm gonna give it about 1,500 RPM. I'm gonna have this replaced anyway with a 140 amp one wire alternator, and I wired this completely myself. And there's one part I wanted to show you guys. Not sure where I put it. Let me just pause this for one moment. It's just a brief pause. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. That's what I had to walk to the trunk to get. And this, just had to look at my tach. Okay, voltage is okay. The flickering is only in the video. It's not, if you were here in person, this light is not flickering. Okay. Wow. I received this a few days ago. Protect not this section of the wire, but when my alternator wire and starter wire, positive battery cable, that is going to be protected with this, as the fuel line is. DEI, this is not DEI. Design Engineering Incorporated. This is a no-name brand. I read the specs on it, compared the materials, same thing.